Hello everyone, welcome to the intuitive card reading for, oh geez, I'm falling over myself today. What are we on? February 24th, this is the weekly to March 2nd. So the 24th of this month to March 2nd. Okay, guys, I'm going to put out the monthly video as well for March. I'm excited to see what the energies are for next month. I'm excited to see what the energies are for this week. You guys know the drill. Please like this video. Please share it with anybody that needs to hear any messages for the week. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and comments down below. I just ask that you be kind. Comments, how it resonates with you, how it doesn't resonate with you, feedback, it's all welcomed. Again, just be kind. Okay, I'm using no decks that you haven't seen before, but I haven't used all four of the decks, my usual decks, in a while, so I feel called to use four this time. They're pre-shuffled, obviously, and in different order than the last time. So, all right, guys, without further ado, let's jump right into it. What do we need for this week? Okay, we have the hunt. All right, so this is about looking for something. This is about going after something that you want. So we need to start doing that. This is actually pretty clear. Oh, I forgot this deck is, oh, look at that. Doesn't want to sit still. Okay, this deck is, what these cards are made out of is a weird type of material where they kind of, just want to make sure you guys see it at least. Okay. Okay, so this is about going after what you want, what you desire. So we need to start doing that. So we need to start moving forward and moving towards things that we do truly want. Like, it almost feels like our options are opening up for this, but it almost feels like we've got like this settling thing kind of going on where maybe we've been settling for things lately, and now it's basically saying like, no, we need to go after what we actually want. I know some of you guys have been out there in survival mode lately, and so sometimes you just take what you can get in survival mode. Trust me, I understand. But this is about now starting to go after things that you actually want or desire. So we need to start doing that and putting that into motion, at least this week for sure. All right, what do we actually need to take action on? What do we need to physically do? Round and round. Okay, so round and round is about doing something cyclical, doing something over and over again. Repetition, could be routine, and it definitely does feel like routine for this. So action needed is we need to get into a little bit more routine that would help us better this week with what's going on. So yeah, just setting a routine and making sure we do it over and over and over again, right? That's what a routine is. So we definitely need to do that for sure. So this is a great week to start doing that, to become a little bit more disciplined in that area. All right, issue. We have summer, bask in joy and light. Okay, so we're having issues with feeling joy, feeling the light. Okay, I get that. I don't love that. So to me, this could also mean some feeling depressed, feeling sad, right? Because that's really the opposite of joy. It's okay to feel sad, right? It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel depressed, as long as we don't stay there, right? But it looks like this week that we might, be feeling a little bit of this energy. We want to feel happy, but we can't. But again, let's feel our feelings, right? Because all our feelings want to do is to be acknowledged, to be felt, and then they can be released. So if you're not feeling great this week, feeling sad, let yourself be sad. It's only temporary, right? That's the thing that we need to remember. So I don't love that, but like I said, all emotions tell us things, and all emotions are, just part of the human experience, basically. So, okay, challenge. Hedonist upside down, shadow pursues pleasure to the detriment of health and indulges at the expenses of others. Okay, so this is under challenge, and it's under the shadow. Okay, so we can be having issues. Issues with taking things too far, overindulgence, not maybe for the extreme end of things, which again, this is a reading for the collective, so it might not be this extreme, but it can go towards addictions. We have issues with addictions this week. which I don't love coming after that depression card, but it could just be that we're overindulging. I think like overeating, which could be considered kind of like an addiction, but maybe like overdoing something in a way. We're just going a little too far with something. Okay, so there's some kind of challenge there with us, and it usually has something to do with pleasure seeking, because that's what the hedonist archetype is. So that's why I think of eating. You guys can plug in the rest, but we might have issues with just overdoing something to our detriment, okay, because it's under challenge. So I might be having a challenge with that. This could obviously be directly related to finding the routine here in the action slot. Basically saying like, it's very, it's almost like this conflicting energy where we want to be in routine and we need to be in routine because it's under action needed and it would be best for us like as a whole. But there's something that's kind of going on there that is, not allowing us to do so, right? It might be a challenge in that area, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So just watch out for that. Change. All right, what's actually changing? Vows. Oh my goodness, this card, guys, I swear to you, I am shuffling, and this deck has, I think, like 48 cards in it, but we always get the vow card, okay? We've gotten it the last three. The last three readings I did. I'm very curious to see, as of this recording, I haven't done the March monthly yet, but I'm very curious to see if vow come up in that spread, because we've been getting it so much. It's about, there's something about we're becoming more committed, right? I can't, guys, the cards don't lie, man, because obviously there's this energy, and it doesn't just change from week to week. It's a pattern now, right? Like that's why I love cards, because like you can recognize patterns, right? Energetic patterns, right? And so it looks like for the collective, a lot of us are becoming more committed to something. We're able to commit to something more. And commitment to me is also stabilization, right? We're able to stabilize a little more. So I see it as like a positive thing, because it does feel like we're being able to, again, commit to something, make promises to something. And it says it's changing. So this could also mean that our promises are changing, meaning like maybe that's not the right way to say it, but our commitments are changing. So maybe that we were, like even as something as simple as like being non-committal to committed, but like maybe it's like from a job to a job, because to me, you obviously commit to getting up every day, going to a job, that's a commitment, right? And so it might be like a changing of a job or something like that. Can it, guys, when we hear vows, a lot of us think marriage. Can it mean that? Possibly. Maybe you guys were proposed to like 3 months ago, and that's why this card keeps coming up, right? And, you're preparing for a wedding. I don't know. I know that's pretty specific, but maybe some of you guys out there are. Again, this is for the collective. I don't think everybody's getting married, but this could also mean like maybe you're in a more mindset or an emotional place where you do want to be in a more committed relationship. That could also mean that as well. So something's kind of going on here where and it's under change. So it's saying that we want to be more committed. We do desire to be more committed. We desire to be more stable, and the energy matches this where the universe is allowing us to be, right? We're allowing to be more stable. I would also say like, we're talking about contracts. A mortgage is a contract. Maybe some of you guys are moving, and the last 3 months you've been looking for homes, and now, you might be signing a contract, something along those lines. So something is changing as far as what we commit to. And if you guys out there have felt unstable, this is a really good card for that, because basically it's saying, no, you're becoming a little bit more stabilized as well. Like a little bit more of a foundation is happening for you. And for me, I love that, right? To me, this, and you guys know I always kind of like throw in my own 2 cents from my own life. To me, this signals kind of like, I'm able to stabilize a little bit where I can actually like make future plans. Like, believe it or not, I when you have chronic illness and a TBI, you can't plan ahead because you don't know how you're going to feel on that particular day. It's very frustrating. I haven't been on vacation in who knows how long, forever, basically, 4 years maybe. I've been out of the country. I went out of the country, just to be very transparent. I went out of the country for a very close family member's wedding. Okay, but I literally flew in, flew out. Okay, and that was very, very difficult for me. But anyway, yeah, so this is more so like, okay, now I'm able to stabilize a little bit, and maybe like start building a foundation of what I want my life to look like. Because I literally, I can't even, not even just plan vacations, plan my life in any way, shape, or form. So hopefully that means what it, you know, it resonates that way, but hopefully we'll see how that transpires and how that manifests itself, right? Okay, focus. Go the distance. Okay, so this is saying go forward with something. It could also be linked to more of like a commitment kind of thing. Basically, it's saying go the distance, meaning don't give up. Keep going. Don't stop, right? And so we need to focus on not stopping, and we need to focus on going forward and that kind of thing, which is great. It feels like it could be also connected to the round and round, basically saying like a routine. So it's basically saying like, you know, routine is also kind of linked to, yes, discipline, but also momentum, right? We have to kind of keep up with the same thing. So basically it's saying, please don't stop, you know, continuous motion forward is what we need to be focusing on there. Okay, reflect. What do we got? Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay, so this is about, oh, what a great reflection card, because basically it's saying, look at how far we've come. Look at how much look at how much you've grown. And then reap rewards could be, yeah, maybe like treat yourself or something like that. Sometimes this is linked to self-care, but also too, look how far you've grown and how far you've come, and appreciate that and give yourself gratitude. I know we got a card, maybe either it was last week or the week before, it could have been the monthly as well, talking about how we're having issues with gratitude. This would be a great time to reflect on how far we've come, and that could really help with the gratitude piece. So definitely that's a great card to get under. Reflect. Responsibilities. We have mediator, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Awesome. Respect for both sides of an argument. Okay, so this is about being in the middle, seeing both sides of a situation, of an argument. And so it's under responsibilities. So this could mean that you are the mediator in some way, shape, or form. You're not part of the drama, but you're going to mediate the drama. Okay, so this could be, if you guys are parents out there, you know, maybe you have kids that are arguing about something, and you have to be the mediator, or your two friends that are in a romantic relationship, they both come to you, and now you have to be the mediator, right? There's something where you're in the middle, and basically Spirit is saying just like be as fair as possible and hear both sides and see both sides. Okay, so this fares well for anybody that feels like they've been the drama in their lives, or if it's been centered around them, because this is basically saying like, nah, you're not you're not even involved in the drama, but the drama kind of comes to you and you're going to be the mediator. So it's also important here, I feel like you guys need to hear this, don't pick sides. Okay, hear both sides, you know, hear both perspectives, and try to, you know, remain as fair as possible. So okay, money, finances, and career, you know, I linked them in the same consistency. Guys, we're having a pattern here. Okay, money, finances, and career. Okay, so this is basically saying being consistent. So this is, honestly, I feel like all of these could be linked. Consistency, go the distance, vows, round and round. Okay, basically it's saying, and maybe we can bring the hunt in here, because it's basically saying continue to do like a routine over and over and over again. Be consistent. Okay, so there's something here where, and then go the distance is about basically saying like don't give up, right? And so basically it's saying just continue to do and keep at it, basically. So it's basically saying give it a try, keep going, that kind of thing. So consistency is key and is the answer to money, finances, and career. I'm thinking about people that work on commission. I'm thinking about people that are working towards something, any kind. I know we're all kind of working towards like a business goal, but if you're thinking about giving up, this is like ding ding ding, do not do that. Do not give up is basically the what Spirit is very loudly telling us with, you know, with this mishmash. Guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. This pile I think that's what I'm going for, of cards here is basically saying one thing: don't give up, right? Go the distance, consistency, vows, round and round, the hunt. Go after it. Go after that thing. Do not give up. Do not, you know, and if you want to look at like a healing journey, which I often reference, you know, because I know people are going through it, you know, especially the last, you know, since 2020 has been horrific for a lot of people. this is basically saying don't stop in hell, keep going. So if you're going through hell, do not stop, keep going. Okay, so you're almost there. So consistency is key to better finances, better career outcomes, better money, abundance, all that stuff, prosperity. So whatever it is, do not give up. Okay, I feel like a lot of you guys need to hear that. All right, surprise. What do we got for a surprise? Deep knowing. Okay, every once in a while, our claircognizance makes an appearance, which is one of our intuitive gifts. Basically, it's saying, you know, sometimes you just know, right? There's no evidence of why you should know, but you already know. So surprise, your inner knowing, your claircognizance is definitely going to make an appearance. It could be as simple as you knowing that you're going to be okay. Okay, and you haven't thought that you were going to be okay, and surprise, you're definitely feeling that deep knowing that, oh my gosh, I know, finally, I'm wondering if I'm okay, but now something happens this week, the energy rushes in, and ushers in this knowing, right, that everything is going to be okay. Could be other things, but don't be surprised when your intuition kicks in and that really, really weird intuitive gift of claircognizant, the inner knowing makes an appearance. All right, what do we got with friends? We've got shaman, trust in higher forces. Okay, so this is about trust. I know it says higher forces, but it is under friends. So for me, that means trusting friends with something. I can't remember the exact card we got here in friends, but I remember it not being great. I definitely felt like more of like a negative energy. I don't know if it had something to do with betrayals or something along those lines. So the trust might be an issue with some of you guys now. So the best thing that you can do is trust this week. It's really hard to, it's obviously like something hard to do, but there definitely calls for trusting a friend, trusting an acquaintance. We can also take it literal in the trust the higher forces, maybe trust in the universe that everything is going to work out. Maybe you are having an argument with a friend this week and you don't know if it's going to be okay. Hopefully that deep knowing comes through when it comes to that. But if not, definitely trusting that everything is going to work itself out, whatever's meant to be is meant to be kind of situation going on here. All right, romantic connection. We have saboteur, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the change it would bring to your life. Okay, so this is under romantic connection, and this is basically saying you're not sabotaging anymore, right? You're doing everything you can in your power to be empowered within your romantic connection. You're not self-deprecating anymore. You're not sabotaging your relationships. You're not allowing some of your demons and your shadows and your flaws to make an appearance in your relationships this week. So this is really great. This signals to me that a lot of you guys out there have been doing some inner work, some shadow work, that kind of thing. But it definitely does feel like romantic relationships are really great. And it's almost like something that may have triggered you in the past in your romantic relationship does not trigger you this week. And you may be doing things differently in your relationship this week than maybe, you have in the past. This reminds me of this energy here with the growth, right? Reflecting on the growth that you've been through. Maybe you've been through, maybe you don't have so much emotional regulation within your relationships, but you've been working on it, and you see evidence of that this week. Okay, so that's twofold here with this energy, and they're right next to each other. So that very well could be the case. Whatever the issue is, doesn't have to be emotional regulation, but this is really good. Basically this is saying, yeah, you've grown within your relationships and you're not, sabotaging them anymore. You're more aware than that. You're more healed than that. And that's really great. All right. What's important? Catalyst. Okay. Catalyst is change. I like the catalyst. It's usually massive change. Okay. So massive change might be happening here. So it's saying it's important that you stay calm. It's important that you welcome it. It's important that you change with the energy. You don't resist it. It's important that there's no resistance. So I definitely do feel like big changes are definitely happening, or at least you're feeling them this week, which is great. Guys, this is giving me a little bit of a preview of March's energy, which would align astrologically as well. I'm not an astrologist, but I've been hearing things about March and April, okay? It also aligns with numerology as well. But, and so do the cards, right? I'm not shocked by that. All of this is just energy, and and different ways of interpreting the energy. So it being similar does not shock me. So yeah, it's important that you brace for change because it's definitely happening. And catalyst is like the Big Bang kind of catalyst. Like this is big change. Okay, so big change is coming and we love it. Okay, health and wellness. We have yang. Okay, so this is actually masculine energy. This is doing energy. And then we have the one with it as well. So this is about actually actively doing something when it comes to our health and wellness. Up here, another technical, card up there saying action needed, routine, doing something cyclical. It wouldn't hurt to do something like, the cyclical routine could have something to do with health and wellness, right? It could be going to the gym every day. It could be, making sure you make your therapy appointments every week. It could be your spiritual practices if you're on a spiritual journey, okay? So it could have something to do with that, but basically long story short, it's basically saying do something. Okay, do something for your new beginning, because one is always a new beginning, right? And so this is basically saying like, do your routines, obviously, but actually do them, right? Don't think about them, don't plan them out, actually put them into action, okay? So there's a lot of action-oriented type energy here, which I think is wonderful. Without being too, I will say this, without being like too overpowering. I know we have the doing energy here, but it doesn't feel chaotic and it doesn't feel like we're just doing it to do it, especially with that hunt card, because the hunt is about, going after something, but it's not just going after anything. When you hunt, you're not just, hunting for anything. You have a focus area, right? You have your eye on the prize. You have that North Star. You have something that actually you want, right? And you desire. So it's not about chaotic type energy just trying to be busy, right? It's about actually getting things done. And that's what it feels, that's the difference here this week. It feels like we're actually getting things done after feeling like maybe you haven't been able to in a really long time. That's what it feels like for sure. That could be the part of the big energy. Maybe if you've been this really fares well for anybody that feels like they've procrastinated or can't get ahead no matter what. Right? If you fall into either of those two buckets, if this week feels really good for you, that things are actually going to start moving forward. We love that, right? I love that. That's for sure. Okay, and overall outcome, we have Knight, be brave and honest. Okay, so this is just about being brave, being honest, having integrity, that kind of thing, doing things the right way, doing things in a methodical way. And doing things with integrity. And so it feels like we're more, I'll say this too, overall it feels like we're more in control of ourselves, and it feels like we're moving in a more graceful way, where it feels like we are more sure of ourselves, we feel a little bit more empowered, we feel, and I will say this, like a little bit more like ourselves, like we can take a breath and we can move more strategically too. I feel like we're feeling like we can be more strategic, and I think a lot of that is part of like the stability as well. So that's really cool. So guys, I'm loving this week. The only thing that would maybe call like a red flag or so, and again, I don't mean to label it as bad because I don't think it's bad, but I think we might have some issues with depression, sadness, and maybe overdoing things. So those are the challenges and the issue of the week. But I don't, all the things I mentioned, it makes me feel like we will have the manpower, the empowerment to move past those things so they don't feel huge, right? I love this reading. I think this is really good. All right, guys, have a wonderful week. I'm so excited to do the monthly, so definitely look out for that as well. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful week. Again, put anything down below that you think is helpful for the collective, anything that resonates with you, doesn't resonate with you. And again, comments, questions, feedback, always welcome. So have a good week, guys. Bye.